everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it's no fluke. The Seahawks are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Falcons, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Surveying the field toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The rookie Deion Jones picked it. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Second down now after the pass completion. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
And a gain there of 11 yards.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to air one out. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that'll bring up second down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose #1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. On third down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seattle. Cole Richardson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the D swarming to the line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Ryan on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Coleman, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammey.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammey shows better athleticism than what people expect.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. First carry for the rookie free agent, Josh Ferguson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. a minute to go. Clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. First down, this is Rawls. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Paul Warlow in to make the tackle.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt, most in the NFL. Of course, then he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. And you've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Third and 2, now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They will run again with Coleman, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Now, that's a play they're going to be proud of on defense, because any second and short situation, you anticipate the run, and you want to make the play and stop them from getting a first down. But when you can force them to lose yardage and now put the odds in your favor on defense because now they're going to have to throw the ball, that's a play that you're going to be really, really excited about, and one that your defense coordinator now gets to throw the dice a little bit himself and create a big play. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Coleman on the toss. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards on the pickup. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out here in the eye. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, Ferguson down to the 25. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Coleman now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Coleman. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Coleman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Here's Ferguson, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Josh Ferguson with his first career NFL touchdown, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. First man through, this is the fullback Reese. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. QB split out wide now. They're in the Wildcat.
Here we go.
Out of the Wildcat, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. On third down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. There's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The second-year man, Vic Beasley, from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wilson from his end zone on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They go play action here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. It's caught outright by Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good.
Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water.
All right, third quarter. Let's get to it. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And cuts out right sideline. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Toss play, Ferguson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Partner, sometimes it's those little guys you really have to fear. They've been battling their whole lives, wanting to show the big boys that they can play with power. I'll guarantee you this year at Thanksgiving, he's sitting at the adults' table, not the kids' one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second and goal as the offense looks to... And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground, rolls again, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Wilson going to give to Rolls. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A 10th carry for Thomas Rolls. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Third down now following the run. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Now Wilson, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne able to drop him for a loss of 4. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Wilson, a give to Rolls. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's Curse for the Seattle touchdown, hauling it in. Jermaine Curse, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Weems to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Getting it out left side to Sanu. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
On third down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Rawls. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Wilson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Here's John Ryan now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They direct snap it to Drake. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll hand it off to Ferguson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Ryan now off the bootleg. And Jones has it over the middle. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here. From the red zone now, here's Ryan up and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out here in the eye. A running play for Rawls. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Second down carry for Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Third down, still 14 yards left. Third and long. It's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Weems to return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Defense showing blitz. The drive will start with Josh Ferguson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They come up in an offset eye. Right back to Ferguson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They come out here in the eye. They go again with Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They give it to Rawls. this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down. Now a toss. This is Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first. So a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. Charles, this is not an easy place to win. They are known for having such a great crowd. But how about that? They came in here, they were determined from the opening kick, and they got it done.
And they've done such a great job at putting an excellent team on the field. But the architects that built this stadium to keep the noise in, and that crowd responds in a big way. But you're exactly right. Hard to believe that people can still come in here and win the game.
So for Atlanta, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head home next week to take on the San Diego Chargers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. From